Telstra today also reaffirmed its financial guidance for this year and said it would not make any inflation-linked price rises to its postpaid mobile plans. Well, for more on this, I'm joined by telco analyst Paul Budde. Paul, what are the big forces here forcing Telstra to do this restructure and cut almost 3,000 jobs?
Yeah, I think the underlying issues, of course, are that the telecommunications industry on revenue base is rather flat. You know, one year it's a 1 plus, another year it's 1 minus. So you really need to start looking at massive changes in order to get your company ready for the future. There are so many changes happening, and Telstra is basically outbid by the major big tech companies that are moving faster and faster into the telecommunications area. Telstra is basically pushed back into a utilities-based organization, and it's facing the fact that the margins are slim, there's not much growth in it, profits are under pressure. So that's the sort of underlying issues that Telstra is facing, and that's why you see this rather dramatic cut in employees.
Is this an acceptance from Telstra? They've fallen behind the competition and they're just giving up competing in this space?
I think it goes back a little bit further. If you go back, a decade or so ago, or even 15 years ago, at that point in time, Telstra was actually fighting against the internet, against smartphones, etc. It tried to protect its lucrative phone business and basically lost sight on what the big tech companies, what were not big tech companies at that time, now they are. And now they have such a lot of power globally in the market, and in Australia as well. So basically, it missed those opportunities 10, 15 years ago to become a tech company, and it now basically remains a utilities-based company.
Yeah, big corporates, they're obviously moving their communications services onto the cloud, away from a fixed infrastructure that Telstra provides. So what's Telstra's next move here?
Yeah, it's definitely moving into that area. Particularly artificial intelligence is becoming an increasingly important tool to streamline organizations, to make them better, making faster decisions, having less human error involved in it. So artificial intelligence is critical. Now, we know that the big tech companies are all massively involved in that. Telstra is already on the back foot in that particular area. So it needs to really start looking at its old business and actually start saying, yes, we cannot just fine-tune and reorganize it. We have to cut it, and we have to really start looking at new tools. Hopefully it's in time, but it's very, very stiff competition that they are facing going forward.
Yeah, Telstra say these redundancies will save about $350 million, but they also need to find an extra $150 million in savings. Where could extra savings come from? Would it mean more cuts?
Yes, I don't think we see the end of it. This is now going on for a decade nearly, that we see these cuts going on. I don't think by 2025, we will see the end of it. There will be more restructuring. There will be more realization of further changes. There might be a further restructuring of the infrastructure, separating it, looking at opportunities where you can share infrastructure and save costs in that particular way. So I think we haven't seen the end of it. Telstra will have a very difficult time ahead of them and has to make a decision. Where does it sit? Does it want to be a utilities company, or will it be forced to be a utilities company, or does it see opportunities, particularly in the enterprise market, to actually create value, extra value, that will be beneficiary to the shareholders?
The other announcement from Telstra today was de-linking its mobile plan pricing from inflation, something it put in place a couple of years ago. Is this better news for consumers?
Yes and no. In any case, it gives Telstra more flexibility, and it's not an automatic increase. And I think, again, reality bites here. There's so much competition in the mobile market. Competition is basically based on price. We are conditioned to actually look for the best possible price because the products are basically vanilla products. They're all the same. So it will be very difficult for Telstra to raise the price and then maintain its market share. So it's a real battle at the bottom of this market in order to maintain market share, because that is at the moment the battle in the mobile market. I don't think we will see massive price increases, because if one company does it, the other one will get more customers.
Well, Paul Budde, communications analyst, thanks so much for coming on the show this afternoon.
My pleasure.